Hey everybody, what's good? How are you? Happy Monday. Hey collective. I actually wrote that down. Happy magnificent Monday. Happy January 13th, 2025. I'm Nicole and I'm here to tap in with you guys for today's mahogany moment. And so I'm gonna talk about today's full moon. I just felt really inspired to do a message with you guys today, for the collective. Energy was really calling me, spirit was really calling me, the universe is really calling me to do this message. So much so that this morning, I did this at 7:45 this morning. I wrote these things down just because I was in a flow. I was in my flow and I wanted the energy to continue. And so I went ahead and wrote some stuff down, and then I delved a little bit deeper for you guys too. So I pulled some cards, but we're going to delve into how today's message is going to flow. So, as I said, today is the first full moon of the year. It is a full moon in the sign of Cancer. And we are currently in the sun sign of Capricorn season. It's going to peak at 5:27 p.m. Eastern. And this full moon for the year is known as the wolf moon, right? So let's discuss the significance of the wolf moon in the sign of Cancer. So Cancer is the zodiac sign for the dates of June 21st through July 22nd. It's ruled by the moon, and which represents our feelings, our subconscious, and also our creativity. We get a spark of creativity with the moon. At least I do. And it's known to like heighten. I don't know if you can relate to this, but I know sometimes artists, if you look at your body of work, you can see like different periods of different dates. If you correlate it with the moon cycle, if you go back and look at the dates that you've done work, you may have had a major burst of creativity. If it happens to fall around a full moon, you may notice that trend. So check that out. But our creativity tends to peak, right? And spike. So think about what the moon is asking us to do. The moon is asking us to really like feel our feelings, right? And how we feel about everything, like, and what is transpired over the course of the day, right? That is what Cancer is, the energy of Cancer, and what it's asking us to do, like really go into the depths of our emotions, right? What else do I have here? It's asking us what we've experienced internally, right? It helps us to understand what makes us feel safe, what makes us feel protected, and what makes us feel secure. Cancer feels the tides of the moon. It definitely does. Its emotions are felt more intensely than most. It's a water sign, right? So think about what water represents, right? The emotions, right? Think about how it can also represent their sensitivity, right? Um, and also, if when you think about it, think about the symbolic representation of the sign of Cancer. It's a crab, right? And so think about the crab and what it looks like, the characteristics of it, right? On the outside, it's hard. The shell is hard, right? It's durable, it's sturdy, right? But also, it can be very snappy, right? Think about how it moves. But then on the inside of the crab, right, you can take, when you get onto the inside of the crab, it's soft, right? Sometimes it can be mushy, but when you really look at it, you can see how connected it is on the inside, right? And that is what the energy of Cancer longs for. It's longing for connectivity, right? It enjoys that. That is the space and the energy that Cancer enjoys. So this is all playing into the moon and how everything with this full moon and this wolf moon is going to transpire for us collective. All right, so stay with me. I'm going somewhere with the message. All right. Also, okay, so it talks about that. I'm just, like I said, I dropped down some notes. I didn't want to lose track of that. Yeah, so think about that. So Cancer, it longs for that, right? Longs for that connectivity. It also has a very nurturing aspect to it, right? And a protective spirit, a very nurturing and protective spirit. Like I said, it's a water sign, so which can be known to be super sensitive, also very intuitive, right? And tuned into their emotions as well as the emotions of others, right? I also have, so the sign is very much a sign that carries the energy of maternal instincts, right? So if we think about right now, we're in the moon energy of Cancer, right? Which is, like I said, more of the nurturing, the mother, maternal archetype. And that is the opposite sign of Cancer is Capricorn, which where we are in the sun. And if you had to think about it, Capricorn, it's more so like the paternal archetype, right? It is, it carries the energy of that, right? Where it's more rules and structure, right? Whereas the maternal archetype of Cancer, it's more nurturing, okay? So just to give you an idea of the balance and duality that plays within the sign, that is and what's happening with the energy, that gives us like a little bit of, understanding of what's taking place here right now with us, right? It's also, yeah, I spoke about, so also it can be, so let's talk about, so within that duality, they can see characteristics such as they can be sensitive, they can be nurturing, it can also be like very reflective when it's in balance, right? Let's think about with it being in balance. When it's in a balanced state, it's giving self-esteem, it's giving willpower, it's giving, what else? I have, let's see what I have. Sensitive, nurturing also. But however, on the flip side of that, it can also be very manipulative, very suspicious. It can be also like crabby, like I said, it can be very defensive. And that is the opposite. That is the balance that we see within the sign, and we're seeing with this energy. It's a cardinal sign, right? Meaning that it's starting at the beginning of the summertime season. If you're going by that Western calendar, right? It's the beginning of the summer season. So how does all this play into today's wolf moon? So today, when I sat down and I was in the energy for the collective, all the things that I was feeling, I was led to literally like pick a crystal for the collective, okay? So I grabbed my little, my red velvet bag here, with all my crystals in it. I shook it out real good, and blindly I selected a crystal that represented the energy for right now for the collective. And the stone that came out was the tiger's eye gemstone crystal, right? And if you look at this gemstone here, the shape of this particular one is a cube, okay? So it's a cube, a four-sided cube, but with like 6 sides, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, okay? And so if you look at this gemstone, this crystal, right, look at the color. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm trying to hold this so you can see. Look at the colors of it, right? It's got some brownish colors. It's got some golden hues, some reddish hues. Also, you can see like the characteristics of this. It's got some black lines going through it. I'm trying to get this to focus really well. I hope you guys can see, right? It's got some rough parts to it. This, some parts of it is matte, like this part is more matte. This part is more glossy and shiny, right? And when I think about the characteristics of this tiger eye and what it represents, right? It represents earth energy, right? It's great for grounding energy. It represents grounding and laying the foundations, right? And laying the foundations is what the energy I felt like with this stone being an earth stone, right? It's the building blocks. So it has some, it has some noticeable blemishes. I talked about that. Smooth and rough parts. Some of it is matte, but the tiger eye really, it is great. It has the energy of fire, although it's in the element of earth, but it also has the energy of fire, encouraging us to take action, right? Its physicality represents the earth, right? So it's great for grounding. It's also great for helping you to align with align with our manifestations and to bring them into reality. Okay, so it's really great for that also. It helps you great with staying focused. It can also be a stone that is great for clear thinking as well. It also is tied and connected to the solar plexus chakra, right? Which is the third chakra, which is right here between our sternum and our navel center, right? And when that is balanced, like I said, it represents strength. It also represents courage, willpower, and self-esteem, like I said. And when it's out of balance, that solar plexus also coming, with this energy, it can show up as more controlling, competitive, power playing, possessive. And that also is talking about the energy, like I said, with this full moon with the Cancer, and also balancing that with the Capricorn energy, right? So what I did also was like just really delve into those were my free flowing thoughts, and then I really just wanted to like delve deeper with the collective into like what's going on, some deeper aspects to consider with this moon and with this energy. So the wolf moon is a call to our soul, right? So under this January full moon, we are reminded of the primal wisdom of the wolf, right? The primal wisdom that's within us. Think about wolves, right? Wolves are creatures, they're very deep with intuition, right? Think about how they move. They move in community, right? They howl to the moon, and them just howling to the moon, not just for themselves, but also to for connection, right? To call their pack and to identify with their pack. This is the energy that we're being called to, and we're being asked to listen to our soul's longing, just like the wolf would be listening to and honoring our needs for belonging, our needs for healing, and our needs for emotional expression, right? It's reminding us that we are never really truly alone, even in moments of solitude, right? We're all connected. And that's symbolic of the wolf. Even in times of solitude, it's still connected to the pack, right? So, like I said, Cancer is a water sign. So being in with it as a water sign and being ruled by the moon, it's the secret keeper, the zodiac secret keeper, if you have to say, of emotions. I would say this is my opinion of emotions, intuition, and the maternal archetype, which is what I already expressed, right? This full moon is really amplifying these themes right now. It's really amplifying them. It's pulling us into the depths of our emotional ocean. It's beckoning us to really fully feel, right? Without judgment, without any attachments or labels, without any of that, but to really, really heal the unspoken wounds, the unseen things that we carry, right? It's really asking us to do that. So this is a time to really honor your inner sanctuary, right? To nurture the parts of you that seek safety and softness and love, right? The Cancerian energy is really whispering to us right now. It's asking us, like, where do you feel most at home? What do you need to feel emotionally secure, right? And how can you become the sanctuary that you're seeking? How can you yourself be your own sanctuary? These are some of the things that the Cancerian energy is asking us to tap into and identify. So the sun in Capricorn, it's building your foundation, right? While the Cancer is drawing us inward, right? The Capricorn solar energy is grounding us in this material world. It's reminding us that our emotions are not meant to overwhelm us, but rather to guide us, okay? It's asking us to anchor in and realize that this is purposeful action that we're taking, okay? So this polarity that we experience, it's asking us, how can I honor my personal truth while creating structure, integrity, and ambition? What are some things that I can do? This is what this energy is calling us to look at and identify. The interplay between these signs invites a sacred balance, right? It's a very delicate balance here that we're walking. It's the balance of healing the emotional wounds, which is honoring the energy of the Cancerian, right? And also while building the scaffolding for our long-term vision, which is the Capricorn. It's taking those practical steps, right? It's a time of integration, right? So we're letting go of old patterns and things that no longer serve us, while also taking tangible steps towards emotional and physical stability, right? It's very powerful energy. And I don't know if you guys can feel it, but I can very much feel it. I've been feeling it prior to it. I always feel it beforehand, and I have very much been feeling that. So back to our tiger's eye, right? So the tiger's eye, it's a stone, like I would call this like the warrior's companion, right? Because it's a stone of balance, right? Of blending this grounded energy with the earth, with also the warmth and the brilliance of the sun, right? It bridges the realms of the emotional wisdom and decisive action, much like the Cancer and the Capricorn axis that we're experiencing on right now, right? So what was the message and the energy of the crystal? What is it giving us? What is this tiger eye bringing to our attention or highlighting for us? So for me, and these are the things that I felt for the collective as I was channeling this morning, it's bringing protection and clarity, right? It sharpens our intuition while it's helping us to see situations clearly, cutting through emotional fog or indecision. It protects us against doubt insecurity, and emotional overwhelm, right? It's also asking us to embrace the empowered confidence within us, right? This crystal, it strengthens your solar plexus chakra, the energy and the center of our personal power, our will, our self-belief, our self-esteem, right? It is really asking you to remember, right, that you are the creator of your reality. Okay, you are the creator of what happens. Okay, you and your choices carry the weight and purpose, and that is your decision. Okay, so just remember that it's asking you to pay attention to all those things, right? It's also asking us to be courageous and to act, right? Tiger's Eye encourages you to act from a place of alignment, allowing you to honor your emotions while also standing firm in your personal power. So as you work with this stone, what are some things that you can visualize? So what I identified was like visualizing like a golden bridge connecting your inner emotional world, which would be the Cancer, with our outer purpose and our ambitions, which would be the Capricorn energy, right? It's empowering you to embody both the softness of the water and the steadfastness of the earth, right? And that is a magical thing, you guys, right? Tap into that. The solar plexus is igniting the fire within us, right? You're in the seat of your inner fire right now in this energy, the core of your identity, the confidence and ability to act with intention. It's governed by the element of fire, like I said. It fuels your determination and it reminds you that you are capable of transforming your visions into reality. Okay, you guys, you are capable of transforming your vision into reality. That's really what it's giving us, right? So what about connecting with the solar plexus during this full moon? What are some things that can help you to do that? What are some takeaways here, right? So you can release shame and doubt, right? So under this moonlight, reflect on any lingering doubts or feelings of inadequacy, right? Breathe deeply into your solar plexus, like take really deep breaths. Imagine the energy and the center glowing with that golden light, the color of this tiger's eye, just burning away these limitations and these ideas that you held, these limiting beliefs. Just imagine them being burned away, okay? You can also set empowered intentions. So use this full moon to affirm your personal power. You can write or you can speak your intentions aloud, focusing on how you wish to show up for yourself as well as for others. Honor your inner guidance, right? Just as Cancer teaches us to trust our intuition, the solar plexus reminds us to act on it, okay? So we're not just having a thought, but we're also taking action. That is the practical steps that we are taking. So what truth is rising to the surfaces and how can you honor it in its practical and grounded ways? What are some things that you can do? What are some rituals that you can do with this energy to harness this energy, to work with it and not against it? So a couple of things that I wrote down and things that I have, used for myself. And I'm going to share those with you. So some things are like moonlight cleansing and meditation. So you can place your tiger's eye. Let's say if you want to work with this stone, for example. Place your tiger's eye crystal under the full moon's light to cleanse and charge it. You can sit with it in meditation, holding it near your solar plexus. Visualize the moonlight pouring into your body, blending with the fiery energy, right? And empowering you with the clarity and confidence. That's one way that you can channel this energy. Also, emotional release ceremony. You can do a release ceremony, which is where you would write down what you're ready to release, what you're ready to get rid of, what you don't want to hold on to, right? Any old emotions, any fears, any limiting belief, any patterns that do not serve you. It's time to write them down and let them go. That they're not serving your growth, let them go. Light a candle and just burn those words, burn it right over the, in a safe way, but burn them, right? And in burning them, what you are doing is you are empowering yourself with clarity, right? And confidence. And also watching those limiting beliefs fade away and dissipate, okay? They're gone, right? Burn them down. Another thing that you can do is to create a balance grid. And what that is you can lay out like symbols or objects that represent, let's say for the sign of Cancer, get a glass of water, get some shells. I got shells here. Yeah, get some shells, get a glass of water, and also moonstone is really good moon as well. But to represent Cancer, and also some things that represent the Capricorn energy. Like stones or soil, or for example, or the tiger's eye crystal, right? And so sit in the center and really just meditate on the harmony between the emotions, between the action, between the softness, and between the strength, right? And fourth is one that I do all the time: affirmations practices of affirmation. What are some things that you can say to yourself? Some things that you can affirm within your soul during this time, right? So speak affirmations to connect to the solar plexus and to the full moon's energy. So I wrote down 3 things here that I'm just going to share with you. So one of them is, I trust my emotions as guides to my truth. I trust my emotions as guides to my truth, right? That's one way that you can affirm yourself. I am safe to feel deeply and express authentically. I am safe to feel deeply and express authentically, right? Affirm that. Affirm that I am grounded, I am courageous, and I am capable of achieving my goals, right? These are just 3 simple affirmations that you can sit and meditate or chant over and over while in the energy of this moon, to really harness and work with the power of this energy right now, collective. So, in wrapping this up, and it may have been a little bit long-winded, but I really just wanted to tap in and share this with you. And also, I'm going to read, because I did pull 3 cards for you as well. I'm going to read to you what cards came out and how synchronistic they are with the energy of what we've been talking about here. So this wolf moon, again, is a very potent reminder for us of your dual nature, right? Deeply emotional and fiercely capable, all right? Cancer is asking you to come home to yourself, to nurture your inner world, and to heal. While Capricorn is calling you to rise up, right? To take the wisdom of your heart and build a life that reflects your highest potential. The tiger's eye and your solar plexus is guiding you towards confidence and balance, right? It's showing you that strength is not the absence of vulnerability, but the ability to move forward with love and courage. Okay, collective. That was what I wrote down and what I, channeled for you guys. Oh, so like I said, I did pull 3 cards. I pulled these from the Moonology deck. And the cards that came out for you was a time to give rather than take. It's the new moon in Virgo, right? A time to give rather than to take, right? And what I'm feeling for that is, this is a time to give yourself permission to release, right? Give yourself permission to take action. Think about Virgo, the sign of Virgo, right? Virgos are very they're very methodical. They plan out. They're very detailed, right? But not only are they detailed, they also take the steps. They're also taking the steps. So the energy of that is what you're being drawn to, right? The next thing you're being asked to do is to surrender to the divine, right? And it's the full moon. Ooh, 22 on the clock right now. Surrender to the divine. That's what you're being called to do, collective. Also, do not let pride get in your way, which is the full moon in Leo. All right, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. And I was going to, where is the deck? Where did I put? Yeah, here it is. I'm going to read to you just a little snippet of what the guidebook is giving you, their advice. New moon in Virgo was the first one. All right, and it says, when this card comes up for you, take time to take stock of your situation. Where are you? Where do you want to go? The new moon and the energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests that you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. That's pretty much what I was just saying. Like, make a plan, be organized, and be detailed, and go ahead and get it done. Let's see. Virgo is a sign of health, service, and analysis. It's the energy's precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order, right? Getting things in order so that what you need to do, and it's also taking a look at what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card, okay? So it's saying whenever you pull this card, that's what it's really calling you to do. Make a plan, okay? Surrender to the divine. That was the full moon. All right, where's that one? I think it's up front. Yeah. Yes. All right, so surrender to the room. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? For sure, right? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point, and there may be some kind of change, right? And possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. That's literally what you're being asked to do right now, right? With this energy. Just discuss that. Really tune into your emotions, go inward, and not only tune into them, but take action according to those emotions that you need to release, let go, embrace, what have you, okay? The full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle, making this card something of a powerful card. The full moon is often a time when answers are given to questions and questions asked during the new moon. And pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long, okay? And the final one was don't let pride get in your way. And that was the full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. And it says, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart space? Leo energy is about the heart. Okay, it's about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king in the jungle. The king of the jungle is the lion, right? It's the energy, it's magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and more thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done lately, this is a time to find the balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all of your relationships. That's literally what I said. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave you there. I'm being led to give you guys some encouragement or pull from here for you. So, all right. Let's do a quick little shuffle. I'll run some water. Yeah, let me just run some Palo Santo through it real quick. I got the window open, so the wind is blowing. I don't know if you can hear me, it's a little bit. The wind's a little bit powerful right now. Feels kind of good because it's cold outside, but it's warm in here. That little contrast of, the breeze coming through with the heat. Come on. Shuffle, cleanse these cards. All right, Divine, what do you want to share with the collective? What messages do you want to leave the collective pertaining to this energy of this wolf moon? All right, anything else? Oh, there's two cards. Anything else? 1, 2. Okay, so we've got two cards. The very first one, it says, I love this. I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Okay? This is your reminder. Trust that your intuition is always leading you in the right direction. Okay? Next, it says, guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. Listen, we got this message earlier, right? I said this earlier. I channeled that this morning. I said, even in your solitude, just like the wolves, right? Even in their solitude, you are never truly alone. You still have your community. You still have the pack, right? You still have your tribe. And so Spirit is just confirming that. All right, collective? it has been a great time, and I've enjoyed this time spending with you all, tapping in and sharing this message of the moon and the energy. And I hope that it really resonates with you guys. I hope that you were able to receive everything that you needed. I hope that this full moon energy gives you all that you need, all that you're asking for. It helps you to release what it is that you need to release and to embrace the things that you need to embrace. And I send you so much love, so much light, so much energy, so much power. And I love you guys, and I wish you all the very best until the next time I am able to tap in and share time, space, and energy. Be well to yourself, be well to each other. Take care, guys. Bye.